So today we'll be seeing in detail about the abstraction, the difference between the abstract class and the interface, and when to go for abstract and when to go for interface in a more detailed approach. And also whether we'll be able to implement an interface or not. That is the second approach. So we can implement an interface in class, but will be able to implement the interface to another interface is something we'll look into today. And also with that, we'll be seeing few of the exception snippets. Okay, so what exactly an abstract class is all about? Can someone give a gist of it? We already saw an example on abstract class, I remember.
Where we'll just have the declaration, but there won't be any definition, right? So that's what you said about abstract.
Okay, so interface also does the same thing, right? You'll have a declaration, but you don't have a definition.
Yes.
So what is the difference between these two is you can achieve 100% abstraction. So what is an abstraction basically? You can hide the data and you'll not tell what exactly you're going to give to an end user. So you'll tell that these are the features I have, but you'll not tell how it is working in the backend. Say, for example, if you're taking a mobile, you'll be able to send a message. But how you're going to send a message, what are the process you're going to follow, that will not be displayed to any of the end users. You'll be able to send them that the feature about, you'll be able to send an SMS, but not how. So this complete abstraction can be achievable through interface. Then what about abstract class? So here you can achieve partial abstraction. So you can not hide the complete data, but you can still explore or share few inputs to the end users through abstract class. So it's a partial abstraction. Whereas in your interface, you can achieve the complete abstraction. So that is the major difference you will be identifying between these two. And what is the syntax for interface? Janaki or Divya, the syntax for interface?
Interface keyword, interface name.
Okay. And how about an abstract class syntax?
Abstract keyword before the class name.
Okay. So Janaki, can you create quickly a new class with keyword abstract? No. Don't name it as abstract. Give some abstract. Give some other name along with abstract, and add a keyword before the class name.
I need to choose the abstract, right, for creating that class with abstract.
Yeah, you can do that as well. Also create one more interface, like similar to that. We'll compare and do a comparison on this.
Okay. It should be class only, right?
Interface.
Interface.
Okay. So now within the abstract class, can we go to the abstract class? And we'll have one method with the keyword abstract and one without keyword abstract. Okay. So public abstract print abstract. We just make it as print.
Print or this print?
Print abstract, some name. We're not going detail about the logic, just to understand the concept. Yeah. And have one. So yeah, what is the error you're getting right now on your left?
Return type for this method is
Yeah, so
missing. I
abstract
need to give
methods do
what?
not need a body. So you just need to declare them. So you can remove the curly braces and just end up with a semicolon. So the first thing is, in your abstract class, your abstract methods don't need any definition. And right now this method doesn't have a return type. So you should either give void or you have to give it with some return type. Okay. And now create one more method, but don't add the keyword abstract before that.
Okay.
Public void print non-abstract. Just have it. Okay. And now is it fine to just give, no, try with semicolon for this? Like don't have the body, just declare it.
Okay. Request.
Okay. So what is the error you're getting now?
It is showing like it requires a body instead
Yeah.
of semicolon.
So an abstract class can have two methods. One is abstract method, which is followed with a keyword. And the other one is concrete method, where it doesn't have any abstract keyword. That is the first understanding. And if your method is not having the abstract keyword, you need to have a body defined. Okay. And that is the reason we say this is a partially abstracted class, not complete full abstraction, not 100% abstraction cannot be achieved through abstract classes, because you can still have your concrete methods and you can still have your logic in that, right? So you can have your own body. So these are the two methods. So you need to have a body defined in it. Otherwise you'll have a compile time error. So just have the body and then just have a sys out in it. Sorry, I had a network issue. So now go to your interface sample. So now here, try to create one method without abstract keyword. Same thing, but instead of print abstract, give print interface. That's it. Okay, void print interface. No, you have to give semicolon.
Or I need to give body.
What?
I mean, we can end up with semicolon, or we need to give that curly braces. Actually.
So in interface, you can't have a definition. You can just have the declaration, right?
Declaration. Okay.
So now try to give a definition. What is happening? Just have a look. So what is the error you get there?
It is saying like abstract methods do not specify
a body. So only in abstract class, we need to explicitly use the keyword abstract. In interfaces, by default, all the methods are abstract. So you don't need to give any keyword as abstract explicitly. Okay. So that is the reason you're getting an error, like abstract bodies don't need a body. That is the first point. Now try to add an abstract keyword before void and just use the same declaration. Give semicolon. So by default, all the methods in your interface are abstract. Okay, you can either give the keyword or without giving the keyword also it behaves the same way. So that is what an interface does. So interface is completely abstraction concept. Whereas in your abstract class, whenever you're using abstract keyword, it's a partially abstract concept. Okay. Now you can have one more method without abstract keyword. So is this method by default abstract or not?
Yeah, it is abstract by default.
Yes. So now you understood the difference between the declaration of both the abstract methods, right? So now, though you don't use the keyword abstract, it is still is an abstract method in your interface. But in case of abstract class, if you're not using the keyword abstract, it is a concrete method. So that is the basic understanding on your methods. The second thing, let's define few variables in the abstract class as well as on the interface. So now you have used public, right? So just create some public variables in the abstract class.
Okay.
So just give public, static, final, and some variable, any data type and variable name. You have to initialize the value.
Since we give final, we have to initialize. it,
Yeah.
right?
The same way, give one more thing, public, or give private this time, private, and some data type and different value. It's better to initialize, so we'll see what is happening. You better initialize it. Okay, cool. Now go to your interface and try the same you just copy it and then paste it over the interface as well. Okay. Yeah. So now save this file. So what is the error you're getting on the left side?
Illegal modifier for the interface field.
Field, only public,
Only
static,
public,
and
static,
final
and
are
final
permitted.
permitted.
So this is one more difference. So in your abstract class, you can have static and non-static variables, final and non-final variables, and any particular access specifier. But in case of interface, all the data variables, whichever you're declaring, are by default comes into public, static, final. Only these combinations are allowed. None of the other combinations are allowed in the interface. So right now your private, if it has a keyword static or a final, this would have been a possible syntax, a 100% successful syntax. So either add static or final there. Save it. Okay.
Still it is showing the same.
Yeah, just save it, save it. Now change the private to public, because private is not allowed in interface. Okay, now remove static keyword. Okay, so either public or static or final. Only these three keywords are allowed in an interface. Whereas in abstract class, you can have any combination.
Okay.
Okay. Now we'll implement this to our class. Okay, so have one driver class for your abstract, and then we'll implement there or extend that particular abstract class.
Okay.
Abstract driver. Yeah. So no need of main. We'll first extend the abstract class. So remove the main method. So now in the abstract driver class, whenever you wanted to extend some other abstract class, you need to use extend keyword. And for interface, we'll be using implements keyword. So now use extends and then use your class
Implement.
name of abstract class. Give control space. Your spelling is wrong.
Okay.
Okay. And if you see there, you will see an error, which is nothing but you haven't implemented those methods from your topmost class. So you have to give an implement. Just give control space there within the body. Within the body, give control space. And now you can see print abstract method, right? Just import it. Just double click it. Yes. Now also there was one more method in your abstract class, that is print non-abstract, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just go there and then try to call the same method. No, outside the method. Outside the method. Give control space and you should be able to see print non-abstract from last third one.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. So what is happening when you're extending? You're overriding the logic. So in the first case, print abstract, it was an abstract method, so it doesn't have any logic, and you're going to give your own logic in your child class. Whereas for your print non-abstract, you already had some kind of logic in your topmost class, and you wanted to override that, or you want to reuse that in your child class. If you want to override, you can remove the super dot method and you can have your own logic. If you want to have the similar logic, you can just use super keyword and get it extended in the child class. Now, in your print abstract, you can give just a sysout and get it printed. That's it. So, whatever you are creating as an abstract method in your abstract class can have its own logic in the child class. So, it's a partially implemented. So, for your abstract method, you are giving your own logic. And for non-abstract method, there's already logic in your topmost class, which can be reused or which can be overridden with your own logic. That is why abstract classes are not completely abstracted concept. They are partially abstracted concept. Now, save this file. And now create one more driver class for your interface.
Okay. That should be in the name of interface only, right? Or class?
No. Interface can be implemented through your class.
Okay.
So now to implement your interface, which keyword do you need to use?
Implements.
Okay. And what is the class name of the interface? Just give control space. Since you're using editor, you should be able to get it immediately. So now give control space again within body. You need to get the methods right. So first print interface and print without that. So both the methods are overridden again in case of interface. So in both abstract class as well as here, you would be able to see an @override annotation. So @override is nothing but you're writing your own logic wherever you're implementing your interface. So what does it say? It doesn't tell you how it's going to happen. It just tells you what it's going to do. So print interface is a method. It is the functionality of that particular interface. And how it's going to print is something you can change it for wherever you're writing your own logic. Right now you're having interface driver class. If you're having interface driver class 2, there you can have a different print layer. And if you're trying with a different, say example, if you're using a mobile, iPhone 11, iPhone 12 and iPhone 13, in each place you can have the display in a different format or a different color or a different context. So in each place you can have it different, but the functionality printing is happening in all the three mobiles. So that is common in your interface. So that is the purpose of your interface. Whereas in an abstract class, say iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max have the same features. Only difference is display is going to get changed. So what I can do in that case, in the abstract class print layer, I can have my own logic as common, and whatever is getting changed, only that part I can implement in my child class or override in my child class. Okay. So you understood the difference between abstraction and the interface?
So in interface, we cannot have that concrete method, right? Methods with body, we cannot have it in interface.
Till Java 7, we don't have that feature. But post Java 8, we have received a feature on that. So we'll see that when we come into Java 8. But right now, the concrete methods are available only in your abstract class and not in your interfaces. Okay. And you can have your concrete methods in the relevant child class. So example, in the interface driver class, you can have any number of concrete methods, but it will not be implemented from your interface. It will be like specific to your child class interface driver class and not from the interface. Whereas in your abstract classes, you can have your concrete methods there and you can have it as a common code. So when do we need to go for abstract class and when do we need to go for interfaces? If you have something common in your child classes and you want to have a single method or a single piece of code for everything, then it's better to go with abstract class. If there is no common code between any type of child classes, then it's better to go with interface. Got it?
Neha, can you tell again once more what is the main difference between interface and abstract?
So if you have some kind of common code, like example in iPhone 11, 11 Pro and 11 Pro Max, my way of displaying screen or the content which I'm going to display font is similar. Whereas in iPhone 11, 12 and 13, the font is different. So if there's a difference in all the three child classes, I'll go with an interface. If all the three child classes have a similar piece of code, then I'll go with abstraction.
Okay.
Okay. So let's say now in the same interface driver class, can you use extends and give abstract sample? No, before implements you have to do. Okay, try it. Whether it's working or not, let me know. Abstract sample. Give you complete class.
Okay.
Control space. So save it, Control S. So what is the issue? So every time extend should come first and then the implement should come. But in your case, it was vice versa. So you have to cut it and paste it before implements. Space. Yeah, save it. Now, what is the error? Because the abstract class has few methods and you haven't imported them here. So give control space and then import it in your class.
Oh, okay.
Within the body, give control space. Print abstract.
Okay.
And there's also one more method, right?
It is mandatory to override all the methods inside the abstract sample class.
If your method has an abstract keyword, you need to override it. Otherwise, you don't have any logic because in your abstract class, can you go to abstract sample? There you haven't given any definition for your abstract method. So if you're not overriding it, then that particular method has no usage. You're not giving any importance or functionality to the
This is non-abstract. But this is non-abstract, right? So
for non-abstract methods, you don't need to override it. No issues. You can just make it a call from your parent class as well.
Okay.
Okay. So now the thing is, any class can extend your abstract class as well as it can implement your interface. So you don't need to worry about whether if I extend an abstract class, then I can't implement an interface. There's nothing like that. You can have both the things together in one place. So in case of iPhone 11, the same example which we took, the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, 11 Pro Max has similar display feature, which can be implemented from my abstract class. And the iPhone 11, 12, and 13 has a different camera feature. So which I can give it from the interface sample class. So I can achieve both the things through the abstraction of abstract class and the interface where my complete abstraction is obtained through interface and partial abstraction is obtained through my abstract classes. Okay, so rest all remains same, how you access and how you define your method logic and how you call this object either from parent class or from child class, everything remains same. Okay, now can you have one more driver, just normal driver class? We'll implement, we'll just call the object structure. So now within this, in the main method, create an object for your abstract sample. Control space. Yeah. Space some reference equal to. Your spelling is wrong. Okay, so what is happening? In your abstract class, you can't create an object directly. So abstract classes cannot instantiate object. You have to create object only from your child. So that is the first point. Same way for your interface. Can you try for an interface? The interface sample. Can you try creating an object for your interface? Remove that line or just comment it out. That is an error, compile time error. Now try to create an object for interface sample. So what is the error again you get now? Cannot instantiate the type interface sample. So for both your abstraction logic, but for both abstract class and for interface, you can't create an object. But you can create the object to your child classes, whichever implements the interface or extends your abstract class, and not directly from the abstract class or from the interface. That is the third point. Now here, try to create an object for your child class.
Okay.
Where you extended or implemented the interface. So you're going with an interface now, right?
Oh yes, there only I have used both extends and implements.
Yeah, fine. Equal to new interface driver. Give control space. There's a spelling mistake. Yeah, give control space. You should get the class. Yeah. So semicolon. And now ID dot. Give control space. Yeah. Can you go down? You will be able to see all the 4 methods. So from your child class, you are able to access all the methods of both interface and the abstract class. Okay. Now, create, just give print abstract. All print abstract and then execute it. Have you executed?
Yes.
I think your package has some errors. Your abstract method cannot have body. That is the error there. Okay, fine. Save, just save it. Yeah, try to run the driver class Jan3. There are multiple errors right now. Not run on server, run as Java application.
Oh, sorry.
Always proceed with launch.
I give proceed on the actually, but still it is not there.
Okay, fine. Just right click on the same file. Don't go there. Don't go
Yeah.
to the package.
No, I'll just delete this one because of this I'm getting. Or what you said, right click on the package.
No. Just within the same class, let's right click and run as. No, within the editor. Go to the class. Yeah, then click right click. Run as Java application. I don't think you have the console window open. Go to help. Go to window.
And
Show view. And console. Okay. Can you? I think your Java is pointed with JRE instead of JDK. That is the issue.
but previously I used to execute here, I could able to execute. Do I need to change that environment variable?
Not environment variable. Here you need to point it to JDK. Okay, can you right click again and check this within the editor? Just give right click, run as Java application. Yeah, that is the reason. Your JDK is not present. That is the reason you're not able to execute it. Can you go to your right click on the package Java training, your project? Yeah. Go to build path. Yeah. Configure build path. Now here, go to libraries. No, in the above menu, like on top, order and yeah, here. Just go add library onto your right side. Add library. Now go to here JRE.
This one.
Next, yeah, give next.
Yeah.
Go to the alternate JRE. Installed JREs. Click on that. Now here give add. Onto your right side is an add, right? Yeah. Next. Now give your JDK home and the path. So where exactly your JDK is present. Go to Java, JDK.
This one, right?
Yeah, tell Java JDK. Yeah, copy that. In the, not there. JDK name. Yeah, you can give it in the home, sir. Yeah.
I can give it here, right?
Yeah,
JRE.
yeah, under JRE home you can give it. Yeah.
Oh.
Next, finish. Now select that the one which you added and uncheck the below one. Okay. Yeah. Apply and close. Finish. No, wait. On the alternative JRE, can you scroll down the drop down and select the one which you gave? Yeah. Finish.
Okay.
Apply. Apply and close. Okay. Now right click and run as. Now it's going with the JDK folder, right?
Yeah, yes. But previously, I didn't face any issue. Like it was pointing to JDK and
Still it's going with JRE only.
still same.
Can you just restart your Spring Boot? Sorry, Spring
Ah,
Editor. And can we join the second invite?
yeah, I'll do that also.